Hello, my beautiful people. It's Mara, and it is, what is it? Baby Steps Tarot. Baby Steps Tea, right? Tarot, esoteric, and astrology. Anyways, I love it. I'm in love with it. It feels like it's a little bit more focused, if you will. Pardon me, I am going to be looking into getting a mic, but for right now, I'm just having to keep my voice low because I'm in an Airbnb, but a girl's got to work, so. That being said, as you can see, there's been a little bit of a channel name change. Surprise! Happy beginning of the zodiac year, if you will. And we are walking into, well, we already are in it. It's the spring equinox. And I just decided that I've kind of been living on round time, but not with any type of purpose, just trying to get in tune with the moon cycles and all that good stuff. And managed to do pretty well, but now I'm trying to kind of sink it, like start just, adding, peeling a little bit more to the onion, and I want to do it in my own time and as it comes around, and so that's why this is baby steps, because there's a lot of stuff about this stuff that I don't know, and there's no better way to learn something than to teach it. And so there's a lot of this stuff, like I know I can converse with people, I can understand when they're speaking these terms, but if somebody, like really bore down deep, like into astrology or something like that, I wouldn't know. And like even with tarot, I learn something new about it every day because I'm just such an intuitive reader that I've kind of learned it backwards. Like the cards spoke to me before the meanings of the cards did, or the archetypes, if you will. So we'll get into all of that, and that's like what really excites me. My inner hermit Virgo that's like, research and organization, oh, counts me in. So be still my own heart. So anywho, welcome if you hang out for this channel. Again, we're gonna have all the tea, all of those, because I think those are really important reads, honestly. I got through like a year of some shenanigans by watching those seemingly what you would think like trashy reads, but you watch the show like Grey's Anatomy, and you watch the episode, it's just so dramatic about the plane crash until you're in one and you remember something that happens. Like, I know that sounds like way off, but anywho, I'm excited that you're here. We're trying to keep these intros to less than 5 minutes, and hopefully less than that, but this is kind of like a cheers and happy new year to you. So okay, really exciting. I've got my whole script that I put in my notes, and then I found a teleprompter. It's free, you just paste it in there. I don't know what the speed, I mean, I know what I can do by myself, and then what I might do with you, because I'm, you're looking at me. And I'm not able to have it like here, so I'm looking at you, but it's like, looks like I'm just like remembering in my head. It's on my screen, I'm gonna have to do it this way. But that being said, if you're interested, great. If you're not, just mute it and let it play so I can get the screen time, please. Shameless plug for watch time hours. Yeah, I'm trying to get this show on the road, but I also want to put my time and energy into something that's a little bit more evergreen. So if you know, you know. All right, so yeah, let's jump into this spring equinox 2023. Hello, this is anybody that's come over to the other side from Daughter of Wind. You are officially an OG. Okay, all right, so let's get into here. So the spring equinox occurs around March 20th or 21st in the northern hemisphere, and it marks the beginning of spring. Chip chippity, I always remember like the tulips, coming out. Oh my gosh, that was like heart palpitations when I saw the little tulip sprigs coming out in front of my first house. It was gorgeous. Following the vernal equinox, the days will continue to lengthen until the summer solstice, which is in June, and that's the longest day of the year. So the word equinox comes from the Latin word, I'm probably butchering this, but we're going to roll with it, equus, equal, and nox, night, indicating that day and night are approximately equal in length during this time. So there are 2 equinoxes per year, and those are the 2 days of the year that are basically the same twice a year, the sun shines directly over the equator, causing day and night to roughly be around the same amount of time. So the spring equinox, excuse me, is also associated with the element of air and the direction of east in many spiritual traditions. Yeah, I'm just doing this with my finger. I'm not letting it roll. You'll have to follow me on Patreon to see, get a little more behind the scenes information. So we have the spring equinox as a time for shedding the old and welcoming the new, for planting seeds and setting intentions for growth and renewal in the coming months. Bangs, please stop staring at me. The spring equinox is also known as the vernal equinox. The fall equinox is the autumnal equinox. I think I'm butchering that as well. The spring equinox is one of 2 times in a year when the tilt of the Earth's axis is neither towards nor away from the sun, resulting in nearly equal amounts of daylight and darkness. Probably should have moved that paragraph up to earlier, but I'm the only person probably paying attention to that. The spring equinox is associated with the colors green, yellow, and pastels in many cultures, symbolizing the new growth and rebirth of nature. I'm feeling very reading Rainbow right now. Or like a book report, honestly. I guess that's kind of what this is. Whatever. If you like me and you want to just hang out with me and just listen to me read crap off, I enjoy learning, so that's why I started this whole thing. In many cultures, the spring equinox is associated with the return of migratory birds, and the emergence of animals from hibernation. This time of year is marked as the beginning of the agricultural cycle, and farmers would start planting seeds. So humans have also used the equinox to set important dates. For example, each year Christians set the date of Easter as the first Sunday after the first full moon following the vernal equinox. And then the Jewish observance of Passover is also timed to coincide with the first full moon following the equinox. Okay, learn something new every day. To many people around the world, the sunrise on the day of the equinox is a really big deal. Throughout history, humans have built structures oriented to take symbolic advantage of this twice-yearly event. So for example, on the morning of the equinox, the sun rises due west directly into the face of the Great Sphinx of Giza. I had a photo of this, but I can't figure out how to paste it in this because the GoPro got too hot and now I'm doing it on the phone and I don't know how to do it. But there's a photo of the Great Sphinx Giza, along with the others that I'm going to butcher in the next 30 seconds. So also in Cambodia, the equinox sunrise crests over the center spire of the temple at Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat. And then we have also the ancient Mayans built a pyramid at Chichen Itza in Mexico that is specifically designed to capture the equinox sunlight in such a way that it creates a shadow that resembles a snake slithering down the side of the pyramid, and that the shadow at the end, and then the shadow ends at the carved sculpture of the head of the feathered serpent god Kukulkan. At the base of the pyramid. So the celebration of spring is, okay, I'm like, paragraph, go down a few, yeah, pause. I hope you cracked yourself a beverage. In fact, I'm about to crack, I'm kind of like hooked on these. If I can get a nail underneath it. Oh, I might be able to do it. So the celebration of spring is present. I know, I was like, you know what, if I'm going to enjoy this, I got to be myself, right? So, this is me, behind the scenes, still messing with my bangs. So, the celebration of spring is present in many ancient customs across all cultures. The spring equinox is also a time of celebration for many Native American tribes, who see it as a time of renewal and spiritual rebirth. In modern Wicca and pagan traditions, the spring equinox is also known as Austera and is celebrated as a time of balance between light and dark and the renewal of nature, with rituals and ceremonies centered around the planting of seeds and the awakening of nature. The ancient Greeks celebrated the spring equinox. Sorry, I should have put that on Do Not Disturb. The ancient Greeks celebrated the spring equinox with a festival in honor of the god Dionysus. Please, again, forgive me for butchering any of these names. Probably should have done a little more homework, but it was important to get it out, so we're rolling with it. Salud. So I believe it's Dionysus, who was associated with wine, fertility, and rebirth. Oh my God. The ancient Egyptians, The ancient Egyptians celebrated the spring equinox as the beginning of their new year and as a time of renewal and birth. In ancient Rome, the spring equinox was celebrated as the festival of Hilaria, which honored the mother goddess Sybil and included feasting, parades, and games. In Japan, the spring equinox is celebrated as a national holiday called Shunbun no Hai, which translates to the day of the vernal equinox. It's also a time for the families to gather and visit ancestral graves. Very proud of myself. So you notice the minimal eye contact with you because I'm like, yeah, I know, I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. So the Chinese celebrate the spring equinox as a time of rebirth and new beginnings with the planting of seeds, the exchange of gifts. The spring equinox is celebrated as the beginning of spring and is also associated with the element of wood and the color of green. In Iran, the spring equinox marks the beginning of the new year and is celebrated as a time of renewal and rejuvenation. Woohoo! Rejuvenation station. I mean, I know it can be a little, but I'm fascinated because now I'm like, this gives me an excuse to just like squirrel out and like, I don't know, just start knowing more about the stuff that I don't know about. You know, I'm always super curious. So, and then I get to share it, and it just gets like the inner know-it-all inside of me out. So, in Hinduism, the spring equinox is celebrated as, I think it's either Holi or Holi, H-O-L-I. I don't know how to pronounce it. A festival of colors and love that marks the victory of good over evil and the arrival of spring. Fun fact. I gotta work on my script writing. It was just paste facts that I found from like 5 different sites. Oh my gosh. With a little love put in there, a little spin. But fun fact, in medieval times in Europe, the March hare was seen as a fertility symbol and a sign of spring. This species of rabbit is nocturnal for most of the year, but in March, it is mating season for the animal. During mating season, March hares are seen all day long. Additionally, females of this species can get pregnant with the second litter while pregnant with their first litter. Ladies. This explains why they were used as symbols for fertility. Well, no kidding, Sherlock. So the spring equinox is a time for honoring the cycles of nature and recognizing the interconnectedness of all things while celebrating the blah, 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 growth, possibility, and transformation. We get it. It's called Manifest That Shit, y'all. Oh, here it is. The spring, I mean, I actually have read this before. This isn't like cards popping up, but still, like I could, because it's just a feeling, right? You're getting an Aries energy as a reader. You're just like, it's pedal to the metal. You have the spring equinox is considered a powerful time for manifestation and setting intentions for the coming months, as it is a time of balance and renewal. And so this is the this is the first in a series of many. I'm not going to put myself in a box or a hole, but I am going to say that you can expect a reading to come up about Aries, because we are fast approaching, we're sliding into it depending on where you are out, like on a global scale. Tomorrow in my neck of the woods is, yeah, it's tomorrow, it'll be the 21st, supposedly. That, I don't know, who cares, right? I mean, and then if you're just thinking like Western and Vedic, it's like somewhere in the middle. It doesn't really matter. It's spring, right? It's spring. Oh, it's so good. So spring and fall, I love them. Yeah, I appreciate them all. But anyway, so yeah, in astrology, the spring equinox marks the beginning of the astrological year. Woo-woo, today. And the sign of Aries, which we will be deep diving in. Thank you so much for your time and attention and all of your comments. If you are listening all the way through this, please comment hashtag, I don't know, daffodils in the comments, please. If you're interested in a personal reading, I still have readings up on Fiverr. I'm just not sure if I'm going to use that as the primary method. I might be setting something else up, but for right now, that's where you can reach me, or you can hit me up on Gmail, but Fiverr I prefer a lot to be legal. So, anywho, I appreciate you all so much. I'm not going to even say that. And, yeah, we'll see you next time. All right, bye.